This is Ruben once again with Ulosophy. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked any of my past videos, please subscribe to the channel, like or comment on the video. It would be greatly appreciated. Also consider visiting our other pages, the blog, the Facebook page, and the SoundCloud page as well, where you could get this information in audio form, and in the blog you could get this information in written form, which is so vital. Because it hits different parts of the brain, as we have talked about before. Also, consider donating if this information you find it helpful. We're trying to do bigger and better things, like put out events and publish certain things. Consider donating. $5, a cup of coffee or whatever you feel is right. You get several perks if you donate a certain amount of money. All the information is down below. Today I want to talk more about your brain, and how we talked about how your brain is a transmitter and a receiver of frequency, and how Thomas Edison, yes, the guy that created the light bulb, and Albert Einstein, right, one of the smartest men to ever lived, both said at the end of the century that the brain is a transmitter and a receiver of frequency. They said that, not me. Well, today we can configure that is true. Scientists can measure the frequency that comes out of your brain, your thoughts. They can measure your thoughts. And they also confirmed that your thoughts, or the frequencies that come out of your brain, affect physical matter. It's been proven. A great movie I suggest you guys watch is What the Bleep Do We Know? What the Bleep Do We Know? This movie came out years ago, but it talks about this, and it gives you the scientific data behind this, behind everything we talk about here. So if you don't believe here, what I'm talking about, or what other people are talking about, then if you feel like you'll believe a scientist more, then watch that movie. This is people who have dedicated their entire lives to science, confirming this to you. They confirming this to you. Your brain pulls out frequencies. It affects physical matter. The frequencies, when you think a thought, or when you feel an emotion, a frequency comes out of you. For the longest, it has been called a prayer, right? If you're praying for someone and you're like 100 miles away, you're still praying for that someone. You have a belief that that prayer reaches them instantly. All right. Well, that's not, fiction at all. This is actually the truth. This is closer to the truth than you think. I want you to consider this. I'm not asking you to believe it. I'm asking you to consider what I'm about to tell you. I want you to consider that the frequency, when you think a thought or when you have a feeling, you put out a frequency out of your brain. Unlike radio transmissions or satellite transmissions, that they go in a straight line, they're broadcast in a straight line. Unlike those type of broadcast, your brain broadcasts frequencies on all levels and at all directions. So I want you to think about it more like a gas, right? Like a gas that penetrates the whole room instead of a shooting ray, right? Straight ray. I want you to think about the frequencies that you put out of your brain almost like a gas that infiltrates the whole room. It infiltrates the whole universe. I want you to consider that. I'm not asking you to believe that, but consider that the frequencies you put out of your brain, unlike radio transmissions, are not in a straight line, but they go in all directions, all across your town, all across your city, all across your country, all across the planet. And truthfully, and bottom line is that it crosses the whole universe. It penetrates the whole universe in an instant. I want you to consider that. Just consider it. Just consider it. That maybe that's true. I want you to also consider that your brain is a transmitter and a receiver of frequency. I want you to consider that it's the fastest transmitter and receiver of frequency in the universe. I want you to just consider that your brain is the fastest transmitter and receiver of frequency in all of existence. It's the fastest. That means that your thoughts, your vibration reaches the whole universe. And that's a big statement. That's why I'm not asking you to believe it. I'm asking you to consider it. That your thoughts, the frequencies, your feelings, when you put them out of your brain, they penetrate the whole universe in an instant. There's been hundreds, if not thousands, of cases where a person is diagnosed with an incurable disease. They're told that they have this incurable disease, and some are even told that they have a certain amount of time to live. And in some cases, it's not that long. This is reality. This happens. There's been hundreds, if not thousands, of cases that when this type of event happens, they pray or they go to a faith healer or they go to their church or they go to whatever their belief is. They go to their a spiritual, how can I say this, a spiritual guide, a spiritual help. They go to spirituality for assistance, right? What else can they do, right? The science can't help them. Science just told them, look, you're about to die. All right. So what other choice do they have, right? You may be healthy. You may think, well, that's just idiotic.